have some news. The Fists of the Ruby Phoenix adventure path is coming up, and we have a player's guide for it. It's come out now. It's available for free. You can go and download it for nothing. Fists of the Ruby Phoenix is the 5th adventure path for 2nd edition, and it is the Mortal Kombat adventure path, if you want. It's the fighting tournament. So it is about the Ruby Phoenix is a character from Tianjia. They are powerful. She was a powerful sorcerer who disappeared, and in her will, she left instructions that her great treasures should be given away, one every 10 years, to whoever did the best fighting in a big old tournament of fightingness. And so they've held it every 10 years since then. And now she's back and judging it herself. 10 years ago, Pathfinder Society did an adventure about this. It's now 10 years later, and so they're doing the next round of the tournament, and it's going to be a whole adventure path. So the whole thing is you put together a team of fighters with a bit of a theme around them, and then you enter this tournament. You have to qualify for it, and then you fight other teams, and I'm sure there'll be excuse me, I'm sure there'll be shenanigans aplenty. It's a level 11 to 20 adventure, so we've got a high level play for the part of three book adventure in high level play for the first time. And it is fun. You get the player's guide with it. This is to run your session 0, so you can come up with stuff that fits in it. You get a map of Tianjia, which I'm not sure we've had before. It's very nice. Get a bit of the background on the Ruby Phoenix and what the tournament is. You get the rules of the tournament, which is quite nice. So you can kind of, everyone straight away knows what the rules of engagement are for all of their characters. And you get a load of guidelines and things like skills, even class choices of stuff that might be good for your character in it. That mean you'll engage with the game and you'll be able to have a good one. There's some very good backgrounds in here, stuff that I like in it. I like some of the backgrounds. You've got stuff like you can be someone who is a Ruby Phoenix fanatic. I love the Ruby Phoenix. I'm going to win the tournament. Then I'll meet the Ruby Phoenix and we're going to be best friends. I just know it. You've got like the newcomer in need who's like, I just got to win the tournament. I've got to win the tournament because I need this money to pay off my debts because I'm going to lose the house and my wife's going to kill me. And you get all of these kind of backgrounds here to give you ideas for it. It's a really nice player's guide for like really immersing you in it because it's quite a specific setting. So it's quite good to get that guideline on it. It's got some nice guideline on languages as well on it. It tells you kind of, obviously, Tianjia is sort of a China equivalent for Pathfinder. It gives you some ideas of the different languages that are there, but also some guidelines on what to do if you don't want to involve that. So if you want to say everyone speaks Tian and the players have to have that as a language, otherwise they've got to find interpreters. Here's how that works mechanically. But also it says it's fine to just say, here's a magical reason why everyone can understand each other if you don't want to mess around with that and you want to put it in there. And it's got some role play guidelines on accents. That's basically kind of, it's fine to have a regional, everyone has a regional accent. It's fine to do a regional accent. Don't play it for laughs. Which is fairly obvious with not messing around with Asian accents and being respectful if you do. On that note, there's one thing that's missing from it, which I would have liked to have seen in a player's guide for Ruby Phoenix. There's no pronunciation guide, which I would have thought would be a nice thing. If you're going to have lots and lots of Chinese names, then that would be a nice learning tool, just to have a brief pronunciation guide to be able to do those properly. I'm probably thinking more from the terms of the actual play community as for who that would be useful for. But it's just something that I thought would be quite nice in terms of making things a bit more inclusive. But yeah, the adventure starts coming out, I think, from next month. Player's Guide is out for free now from Paizo. Go download it. You can see if the Ruby Phoenix is for you.
Right. Well, there we go. That was a pretty comprehensive little nutshell about the Ruby Phoenix. I'm presuming you have to play the backgrounds in the book. You can't.
You don't have to, no, and it has got rules for if you want to say play an existing character. Like if you played Abomination Vaults, you're already going to be at the right level to do this one. The difficulty is that it's kind of like explaining why a bunch of people who were just dungeon running somewhere suddenly decide that they're going to enter the Ultimate Fighting Championship. might be a bit of a jump. So I reckon it's going to skew more towards create an original 11th level party with a real hook to this thing. I think you'll get more out of it if you do that.
Cool. Right, there we go. The Fists of the Ruby Phoenix coming soon to scratch your Enter the Dragon itch. And what other...
You're moving in the right direction. All you got to do is just keep on walking.
It's very wise birds. Okay.
Did you say very wise birds?
No, I said very wise, Bubba. Birds. It was birds.
All right. Okay.
Sorry, birds.
Just making sure, mate.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? We had a nice chat a couple of episodes ago. Just don't want to.
That's okay. No, I don't. But no, of course I would not. So I have just been a bird, and I can tell you it's very different. You have to think about flapping all the time.
Yeah. See, I don't think flap at all.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I know,
That's the difference. I don't think flap. Birds do.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're not a flapper, you know.
What do you think instead of flap, Bubba?
I think a lot of things. You know, kill all birds.
Oh, what?
What?
Eat birds. I really like birds to eat. Do you know what I mean? It's weird.
I've just noticed who is this dead owl? What's going on?
Yeah, we're going to eat him later. I can't wait.